emanates from they like
American Express.
Woo, we had some madness in Madison Square Garden last night, so let's get ready to rumble! Or something like that. Joel Embiid and the 76ers looking to even the series against Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks. Philadelphia, we're picking this up late. Up 5 in the final 40 seconds of the game. Dante DiVincenzo kicks it out to Jalen Brunson, relocates, elevates for the three.
Confidence.
Boing!
That's how the ball went down. Yeah. Boing.
Joel Embiid has seen too many roles go against his team. Uh-oh. What's happening?
So there was a question as to whether or not a jersey was held on this play, but watch Isaiah Hartenstein here. Jersey held or not, if the Philadelphia 76ers had been able to secure the rebound, that wouldn't have happened.
Look, you have two guys that are playing with the ultimate confidence, knocking down shots. And then on top of it, it was the hustle. That's the definition of New York basketball. I mean, making extra plays, yes, timeout could have been called, but still, we got a basketball miracle.
Dante DiVincenzo somehow, someway hits the clutch three. Nick Nurse, though, he had some thoughts on trying to call a timeout, and Joel Embiid on the refereeing.
We don't get it in quick. I call timeout. Referee looked right at me, ignored me. Went into Tyrese, I called timeout again. Then the melee started, and yeah, I mean, I guess I got to run out onto the floor or do something to make sure and get his attention, but I needed a timeout there to advance it. Would have been good, but couldn't get it.
Unacceptable. I mean, Tyrese got fouled, a couple of times. We just had the same thing happen against Miami with Tyler Hero. That's just unacceptable to, put us in that situation. That's fucking unacceptable to lose a game like this, especially in the playoffs.
So 13 seconds left. The Knicks up by 1. Maxey goes, drives. Watch Isaiah Hartenstein comes in with a huge block there, Shanae.
Yeah, this was huge. Tied his playoff career high, and that is the quintessential way that the New York Knicks win. They make hustle plays, they make you believe, they knock down shots, and they play every possession.
They have one more shot. Tyrese Maxey to Joel Embiid. Long three. Can't quite get it to go. Dante DiVincenzo fired up. It was a vibe for New York.
Can you walk me through how you guys are able to pull that off?
I mean, listen to this. This is what we do. This is who we do it for. That's it. 2-0.
Well, there's been some pretty wild finishes, but that was right up there with the best of them. And that just shows you what the playoffs are all about.
Hearing that reception in the Garden, I literally have goosebumps listening to that. And, Torque, you've given us thousands of words over the last 3 years of NBA Today. You've given us thousands of words about the Knicks season. You've given us words that aren't even real words. But right now, I just want one word. What is your word of the day, my friend, for New York?
Dang, Zach, that tickled your fanny? Huh?
Leave my fanny out of it.
Fancy.
I think it's fancy.
Yeah, it's fancy, please.
Usually I go French, I may go Spanish. Today, it's just heart, okay? It's heart. It's heart. H-A-R-T. That's Joshua Aaron Hart. Okay, we're talking about a guy that was drafted in 2017, right? To the Utah Jazz, traded to the Lakers, the 30th overall pick. We're talking about a guy that won a national championship in 2016 with Villanova, who has been the best player for the New York Knicks because Jalen Brunson has been struggling. Right now, he's averaging right around 21 points a game. Right now, he's also averaging 14 rebounds a game at 6'4". Josh Hart has been the heart and soul of this team. He's been the motor. He's been picking them up. He's been the sole reason why they've been winning, especially why Big Body Brunson has been struggling.
Yeah.
And I know y'all wanted some type of fancy word today, but damn it, I had to keep it simple. And as simple as that, heart.
Josh Hart, you know what Josh Hart is? He's a freaking basketball player. The guy does a little bit of everything, and he does it well. And the one thing he does better than almost anyone in the league who's not Giannis and LeBron is race the ball up the court. And sometimes it looks reckless, like, Josh Hart, it's a 3-on-4. What are you doing, man? Slow down. But there's value in it, and this was a play from last night. But, like, where is this leading? It's not going to lead anywhere good. Dante DiVincenzo, you got no angle. But what it does is it sucks the entire defense toward the rim. And there's Bogey. This is what you got him for. There's a method to the madness with Josh Hart. And if there's one guy who epitomizes these Knicks, blue collar, in your face, unrelenting, 48 minutes. It's Josh Hart, one of the great under-the-radar trades of the last 10 years in the NBA is Josh Hart for a low first-round pick. He's changed their entire team. Why are you laughing at me? I'm fired up about Josh Hart.
You tickled my fancy when you said that he's a basketball player. I was like, okay.
He does a little bit of everything. He just feels the game.
When I think about Josh Hart, he is the ultimate utility player, but also with skills that matter most. He might be someone that goes and makes 3 out of 10 threes, but those threes, the timing of those change the tides. Now, when I think about you and saying, you know, there's madness to this Knicks
method
squad,
to the madness,
there's a method to the madness. I'm transported back to a month ago, March Madness. And we'd always say, like, in the playoffs, it's the best version of March Madness because you got to win and you want to try to end series and those types of things. There's March Madness and there's March Misery, right? And this ending felt like it was madness, it was a miracle, it was melee in the Garden, but it was misery on the Sixers side because what they have done is they've empowered all other players not named Jalen Brunson. You bought Jalen Brunson time to be able to play better. He's shooting 29% in this series so far. And the thing that made I know we're talking about DiVincenzo and all these hustles, but the confidence that Jalen Brunson has to shoot that ball when that was his first 3 of the game and get that friendly roll, there's something different. There's a method to the madness, but it's also a miracle happening in real time.
It feels like the story of the series thus far has been the unsung heroes of the New York Knicks versus the 2 stars of the Philadelphia 76ers. And somehow, some way, the unsung heroes of the New York Knicks right now, they are winning. And we don't see this happen very often at all. The Knicks, right, they're just the 4th team to pull out a win like this. Down 5 in the last 30 seconds. Over the last 25 postseasons, you can see it's only happened less than 1% of the time. They're special. Again, the Lakers, 2006, they were down late in a Game 4. Kobe Bryant came up clutch. The Black Mamba, he took over down the stretch, made the game winner in overtime to get the win. And then in 2013, the Heat, they were down in Game 6, and then Ray Allen made the shot.
Wait, we're making these fan bases relive some pain.
But also changed the course of the NBA like the last 10 or so years.
The Heat used that shot to outlast the Spurs, right, in Game 6, and then they won that title in Game 7. And the next, the latest NBA dynasty resided in the Bay Area, right? The Warriors were rolling in 2015. Game 3 against the Pelicans saw the lead late, right? But Steph Curry hits a miraculous shot to force overtime, and the Dubs would win. But the question is, which was the best improbable win last night? Because we had 2 on one night. How are we supposed to go to bed after this?
How are we supposed to pick between these 2?
There's a right answer to this question. One is more improbable.
Okay, Professor.
Oh, that is true.
Well, we care what America has to say.
Get it right, America.
Coming up on NBA Today, do the Lakers still have a fighting chance in this series after taking an 0-2 hold?